Hello everyone, welcome back to Geo 360. Today in the emergency management first aid video series, I am going to create awareness regarding how to act in case of an emergency childbirth. Though it is a very rare situation that everyone comes up in life, but it is very much essential to know about it and save both the mother and the child during these kind of situations. Pregnant women should always visit a healthcare facility for pregnancy follow-up from the moment the woman notices that she is pregnant. Expectant mothers usually reach the healthcare center on time, but there may be some situations where this is not possible. For instance, in last stages of pregnancy, when an expectant mother can go to labor at any time. As a first aider, you must be able to assist the mother during delivery, and also you must also know to assist the baby in case of emergency childbirth. So what do you see and inquire during these kind of situations? The following signs and symptoms might indicate that the labor has started and the baby is about to be born. Painful contractions occurring at increasingly shorter intervals, the water breaks, blood mixed sticky discharge, abdominal discomfort, urge to push, localized back pain. So what can you do in these kind of situations? Basically, I would like to make a point clear that all pregnant women must be encouraged to opt for an institutional delivery. So when to go immediately to a healthcare facility during pregnancy? If at any time the mother feels the loss of fetal movement, feels sick or has concerns about her or the baby's health, she should visit the healthcare facility and consult a doctor. If any of the following symptoms show, the mother should go to the healthcare facility without any delay. Fever and weakness or unable to get out of the bed, pain in the belly and or bad smelling discharge from the vagina, sudden bleeding or increasing loss of blood via the vagina, fits, difficulty in breathing or fast breathing or chest pain, irregular heartbeat or palpitations, terrible headache and blurry vision, nausea and vomiting, faintness or dizziness, swelling of the feet, labor that starts before 34 weeks of gestation, labor that lasts longer than 12 hours. What to do when you have to assist in an emergency childbirth? Encourage the expectant mother's companions and relatives to be involved. Praise and encourage the mother. Protect and respect her privacy and the local or religious customs. Wash your hands before assisting. Wear gloves or use a clean plastic cover if it is not available. Alcohol-based sanitizers can also be used if available. Provide a reassuring touch to reduce anxiety. Encourage the woman to move around and find the most comfortable position. Let her urinate often. A full bladder often delays the process of labor and increases the chances of tearing and bleeding. Permit sips of water to moisten the lips during labor. Encourage her to urinate out calmly and relax with each breath. In some situations, when the feet or the hip is presenting first instead of the head, a trained medical professional or a doctor must be available, as it is a very critical and emergency situation and normal delivery is very hard in such cases. So what to do during the pushing stage? Support the woman in a comfortable position. An upright position is the best, but a lying position is the least challenging to assist the delivery. You can put a pillow right under her hip. Naturally, at this stage, the mother feels the urge to push. If the pushing is not working, tell her to change the position and to empty her bladder. Tell the mother not to push when the baby's head is out. Watch the baby come out while supporting the baby's head and shoulders. Do not pull out the baby. Do not push the woman's belly during the labor or after the delivery. So then what to do when the baby is born? Immediately after birth, place the baby on the chest or abdomen so that there will be a skin to skin contact between the baby and the mother. During delivery, if the umbilical cord points around the baby's neck, gently unwind it. After delivery, hold the baby with his or her head slightly lower than the feet to drain the fluid from the nose and the throat. Do not hold the baby upside down or slap the baby. Wrap the baby in a dry towel or blanket. The baby should start breathing and his or her color should improve as oxygen is breathed in. So now, how to cut the umbilical cord? Umbilical cord will pulsate during and after the birth, indicating that the baby is still receiving blood from the mother. Do not cut the cord until it stops pulsating. After it has stopped pulsating, tie up the cord tightly using a strong thread, clean shoelace or a sterile tape about 4 inches from the baby. Then tie it again 2 to 4 inches from the first tie. Cut between the two ties and keep the cord dry and clean. The placenta or the afterbirth will come out naturally on its own. When it is out, put it in a safe place until it can be disposed properly. Do not pull the umbilical cord to remove the placenta. It may lead to the uterine prolapse. It may also cause the cord to rip. It may cause infection and severe bleeding. Encourage the mother to breastfeed the newborn. Although there is no breast milk at that moment, the baby's suckling will stimulate the production of milk. Encourage the mother to move around as soon as she feels able and ready to do so. Do not leave the mother unattended during the first 24 hours after giving birth. Though the child is delivered normally, both the mother and the child must be taken to the nearest healthcare facility for follow-up and follow-up. What to do if the baby is not breathing or not breathing normally? Move the baby to a clean dry place and wrap the baby with a clean blanket and start CPR immediately. If you don't know about it, you can refer our previous video regarding how to perform CPR on babies. As I mentioned earlier, the information provided in this video is purely to be followed only during emergency situations like disasters, pandemics, or any other reason when the mother can't be transferred to the nearest healthcare facility in case of a labor. All pregnant women must opt for institutional deliveries, and the information provided in this video is purely for knowledge and in case of very emergency situations. Please do share this video. Hope it will be very much useful in case of crisis. Thank you for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe our channel and stay tuned for further updates. Thank you.